Back to the channel, Manchester United fans. It is the day before the game. Tottenham and Spurs, they will entertain Manchester United at their home. It's not an easy place to go and get 3 points, much less a place to progress to the semi-final stages of the EFL competition. Manchester United, though, are on the back of a decent win, 2-1 against Manchester City at the Etihad. So it tells you that we're not afraid to invade their premises and take all 3 points. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again. Listen, we can also take credit from the fact that Tottenham is also a bruising team right now. Yes, they've won 5-0 against Southampton in their last match. Goals coming from James Maddison. He got 2 goals. Heung-min Son got 2 as well. And Papi Matasar got another one. They had destroyed Southampton before halftime. All 5 goals coming in the first half. So we understand that the Tottenham Hotspurs team is not an easy team. Though they had been winless in their last 5 before the Southampton game, similar to Manchester City, as you can see, there's a pattern here. But this is not a game to be taken lightly. And of course, I don't know what Ruben Amorim will be doing for this match. Because again, remember, he's still heavy on rotation. So we're not sure who will feature, who will not feature. I'll give you my predicted lineup close to the end of this video. But for right now, we can't be too certain what's going to happen. What we can tell you is that as far as absentees are concerned, Tottenham Hotspurs, they're carrying a few. And that is volume for us, Manchester United fans. It is not our fault that they have injuries. We have had our own. And I'll just tell you right now what the injury situation is like for Tottenham Hotspurs. And this could be pivotal in us progressing towards the semi-final of the EFL competition. So right now, Mickey van der Veen is out. That player is an electric player. He covers the yard quite quickly. And if he's not playing, then that is good for Manchester United. Christian Romero, another one of their top defenders, very good at corners. Manchester United have struggled with corners this season. They have struggled with defending set pieces overall. And so if he's not playing, we can take some grace in that. All right? Ben Davies is also out injured. So that is already 3 players out injured for Tottenham Hotspurs. Richarlison will not be playing. He's up front, but he will not be playing. That can only be a good thing. And Bentancur will not be playing as well. Now, he's not injured. I believe he's suspended. So he's not playing. All right. So that is their injury list right now. That, if you ask me, is a mountain. While for us, it's just Luke Shaw that is out, Mason Mount, and there was a knock on Mazzari after the match against Manchester City. So we're not entirely sure. They're still doing the assessment there to see whether or not he'll be ready for the game come tomorrow. Then on the Spurs side, there is Song who also picked up a knock and was substituted. So we're not sure if he'll be coming back into the starting 11 for them. Now, with all this being said, I had said this before we had played Manchester City. This is a perfect storm. Again, it seems as though all things are going great for Ruben Amorim when it comes on to these matches playing up against these big teams. We're not wishing for big teams to, have big injuries and falling prey to Manchester United. That's not what we're wishing, but we're saying if we can have an advantage in this regard, we better take it. We better take it. And so, looking at this list, it just speaks volume. Manchester United again should go to Tottenham and Spurs, and we should get another 2-1 victory. That's what I'm predicting. Another 2-1 victory for Manchester United. Remember, it is not all rainbow and sunshine. The last time we played Tottenham and Spurs, they came to us, but the last time they gave us, it was 3-0. I clearly recall it was 3-0 at Old Trafford. We did not play that game any at all. And there were goals from Dejan Kulusevski, Dominic Solanke, and Brennan Johnson. So it is not an easy task for us to play against a Tottenham team. And also, a Tottenham team quite usually are unpredictable. These two teams, as a matter of fact, are unpredictable. Because remember, Manchester United will beat Manchester City right now, as they did, and they'll go to Tottenham and lose. And Tottenham would have trashed Southampton and then come to Manchester United and lose. As a matter of fact, we take it up back further. In the EFL competition, Spurs have a decent record. All right? There were 2-1 winners against Coventry, and they were also 2-1 winners against Manchester City. So in the EFL competition, they're done pretty well. While for Manchester United, we've also done decent for ourselves. We have beaten Barnsley 7-0, and we have also won games against Leicester City. That was a rout, by the way. Barnsley was a rout, but I mean, winning 5-2 against Leicester City is even a better victory because it's a more competitive opponent. So EFL form-wise, both teams are looking decent. No, I want to caution Manchester United and Ruben Amorim when they face this Tottenham Hotspurs team. They have been dangerous in the early offset of matches. And Manchester United are vulnerable. They have been vulnerable to the early goal. Tottenham Hotspurs have scored early in their last couple of matches. The last EFL that they played against Manchester City, which they won 2-1, they got both goals in the first half. It was Timo Werner 5 minutes in, and then it was Papi Matasar 25 minutes in. So Manchester United, they need to be careful and be mindful of the fact that Tottenham Hotspurs, they have been scoring goals early this season, and we ourselves have been conceding goals early this season. I'm not sure what Ruben Amorim will be thinking as far as his lineup, his rotation. I'm not sure. But if one thing is certain, is that Ruben Amorim best get Garnacho back into the starting lineup. We understand, like I said, I'll give you the predicted lineup close to the end of this video. But Garnacho must start. I know Garnacho has been in hot water with Ruben Amorim, likewise Marcus Rashford. So we're not sure whether those two players will play. I think Garnacho could come back into the squad. Could Marcus Rashford come back into the team? It all depends on where the player headspace is. Yes, we know for a fact that the journalist, Henry Winter, did an interview with the player while he was doing some charity work at his primary school. He was giving out some Christmas gifts, and he had asked him a question, about how he feels about Manchester United and all that. And the player said, right now he feels like he's ready for a new challenge. And he said, when he leaves, he's not going to be like other players. He's not going to make a fuss. He's just going to leave quietly. Not his exact words, but that's in essence what the player was saying. And so at the moment, it is saying that Marcus Rashford, in his headspace, he's a goner. He's almost through the door. And all of this is coming out because he was dropped from the Manchester derby. It is as simple as that. But the manager made it clear that the player wasn't training or did not train very well. It's almost a bit confusing, if you ask me. Because at one point, Ruben Amorim had said that they trained the morning before the match and they did well. But then he's citing now that it has to do with everything. It has to do with their professionalism on and off the pitch. He said he looked at the way they eat, the way they dress, the way they perform on and off the pitch, the way they cheer up their teammates, the way they engage with teammates, all of these things. And so right now we're not even sure what the future will be for Marcus Rashford and Manchester United, and whether or not he'll play in the FL Cup match come Thursday. So I can't tell you if he's going to start, because if should he start, the question is, what mind frame will Marcus Rashford be in? Will he be playing in the right mind frame to put up a performance, or will he go out on the pitch to make a statement against Ruben Amorim? I don't know. So I can't tell you if he's going to be in the lineup. At the moment, Ruben Amorim is saying he's one of our players. He's a big player for us, and the team performs better with Marcus Rashford and Garnacho in there. That's what he's saying. So it seems as if Ruben Amorim is backing Marcus Rashford to the hills. It all depends on how the player now reacts. So will he give him an opportunity to see a reaction from Marcus Rashford, or will he leave him again on the sidelines? Let us see. We have to wait on that. I'll give you my match prediction again. And so that's what we're looking at for Manchester United. Now, there was something else that I want to make light of, okay? Because Marcus Rashford hinting an exit can mean a couple things, you know. We're in December right now, right? And so if it is a PR move, it's a brilliant move, because the player quite feel as though he's under pressure from the fans, and he feel as though Ruben Amorim is not fancying him right now. And so if he's saying, hey, listen, I feel like a new challenge is what I need for my mental space and for everything else, it's a decent move, because we're in December. And so January is just around the corner. So it's almost like Marcus Rashford is actually putting himself up for sale. He's saying January is coming, line up on the money, I'm ready to go. He may feature, he may not feature. I don't know. But I think this could be beneficial for Marcus Rashford. It could be also for Manchester United, because you may argue his form is not up to scratch. And so getting him off the books for 40 million, which is being reported, is not bad. It's not bad. But Ruben Amorim is also saying that, hey, listen, he's one of our players. He's one of our better players. We want him to fulfill his potential. We're here to help him in whichever way that we can. So that's it for Marcus Rashford. All right. So I don't know if he's going to start, but Garnacho, like I said, must start. Garnacho has had 3 assists, 3 goals in the EFL competition thus far. The best record standing for a Manchester United player of his age, of this era. So he's setting some records right there. But Kulusevski is also a top player for Ange Postecoglou and Tottenham Hotspurs. He himself is leading the assist chart. He also has 3 assists. So he's a danger man. And Manchester United must look out for this player. We must mitigate. Tottenham Hotspurs have more than enough players that can hurt us. They don't have enough players fit right now defensively, and I think we can exploit them in that regards. But they also have players who can hurt us. James Maddison, should Song be fit and ready, he's also another player. Brennan Johnson, he's a speedster himself. So they have the players that can hurt us. I think they said that Basuma is now back, right? So they have the players who can hurt us. But I think we can absolutely win this game in the midfield. If we control the midfield, we will finish Spurs. The formation that they will play, I don't know. Because when they had played against Manchester City, they'll play a 4-4-3 formation. Okay? So I don't know if they'll fancy that same formation. Angie has seemed to be playing with the formation. Sometimes it is 4-2-3-1. Sometimes it's 4-4-3. So I'm not sure what he'll be doing, but what is certain is Manchester United looking to get another 3 points over another big rival. Yeah, man, we're going for the 3 points, like I said. So let's not waste any time, really. Let us take a look at the predicted lineup. Like I said, you know already, Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, they won't be in. Mazzari might be a doubt. Okay, so this is going to be the predicted lineup for Manchester United against Tottenham Spurs. We'll be going with Delete, Lissandro Martinez, and should Mazzari be fit, we're having Mazzari as well on the right side for Manchester United. In midfield, this is where we could have a little shake-up. All right. I think Kobe Manu could come back in to this Manchester United midfield. Who he plays alongside is the question. Will it be Casemiro? We haven't seen Eriksen. Could he give Eriksen a cameo? Maybe not. The Tottenham Hotspur's front four, I'll say, they're a force to be reckoned with. They are full of speedy players. So I don't know if you'd want to have Eriksen playing alongside a Kobe Manu, who sometimes can be a little bit careless with the football. So I don't think you want to put a player like that there. But you never know. Okay? So it could be Kobe Manu and Casemiro. All right? Could be that midfield. I think what's gonna happen is I think it's gonna be Kobe Manu and I'm gonna put Bruno. All right. And then I'm thinking Dalot will come back in on the left side, and on the right side, this thing is so hard to predict sometimes. On the right side, I think you could see Ahmad. Yeah. You had changed Ahmad in the Manchester City game deep in the second half. You had put him further forward in that 10 role, which that's how he got a goal against when he went around Edison, by the way. But I think you put him back out wide, and maybe, depending on how the game goes, he might make some change. All right? And so that's what we're looking at. And then for the front three, Rasmus Højlund will start up front. All right? No changes there. I'm thinking Garnacho will come back in the squad and start on the left side. And then on the right side, it could either be, again, Marcus Rashford, question sign. Could be Marcus Rashford. He hasn't been starting Anthony, really, in matches, especially at the start. So it could be Marcus Rashford coming in on the right-hand side here. If it's not Marcus Rashford, then you might find that Bruno plays further upfield. And then that is where you then have Kobe Manu, Casemiro possibly, or Eriksen in the midfield, because Eriksen is training nicely, He's not injured or anything. He's training nicely. He has just not been picked for games. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. You probably will put Bruno, Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho for the front three. In the midfield, you'd have Ahmad behind. You have Ahmad on the right wing back position. Kobe Manu in the midfield, and either Casemiro or Eriksen, and then the back three, Mazzari, Delete, and Lissandro Martinez. In goal already, Onana, which I am sure he'll be getting some competition either come January or in the summer, because, he's one player that he has a mistake in him. So we're hoping that Onana doesn't make a mistake come tomorrow, and we're hoping that Rasmus Højlund can strike again and continue his goal scoring form. All right, we don't have to say much about Bruno and Ahmad. We know that these two players are prime players at the moment, and should things go according to plan, again, it could be a victory for Manchester United, but we're not overshadowing the fact that Tottenham Hotspurs is a decent team. We're going at their home, okay? And so that may be a tricky fixture. All right? So line up on yourself, getting yourself together, and taking the EFL quarterfinals. It's Tottenham Hotspurs against Manchester United. We're done, so I'm say, and I'm out.